This is a HeadGum podcast.
Is it hot as shit in here, or is that just me?
It's not bad.
It's not bad? Okay. I'm just going through menopause. Never mind. We're fine.
Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass.
Are we going?
Do the intro.
God damn it. I got to stop eating these things on camera. Goddamn lifesavers. Hello, my name's Johnny Knoxville.
I'm Jeff Tremaine.
This is Jackass the podcast, and boy, do we have a humdinger for you today. Mr. Steve O. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah, man. I love you guys.
I love you.
The story of meeting you. I think the first person who discovered you was Dimitri.
There's no I bet there's no foreplay in the sack with you, huh?
No.
It's just straight to it.
Yeah.
Oh, Shorty, don't even ask. He just goes straight to it. But go ahead, Jeff.
So the first thing I remember of you was Meech came back from a skate trip with Markovich.
The Duff's team.
The Duff's
came
team.
with Big Brother.
And you were in
specifically.
Big Brother magazine, which was I was running Big Brother. And Dimitri went out on a road trip with the Duff's team, and they found you in New Mexico.
I found them.
They weren't looking for Steve-O.
They were not looking for me.
Got it.
I was living in Albuquerque, New Mexico with my sister. The year was 1997. It would have been May. I've got this crazy good memory. I just knew that I loved Big Brother. I loved it so much. It was so important to me. Every new issue of this magazine, and I'm like, man, they're here. And it wasn't even a thing. I'm going to find them. I'm going to be in Big Brother. I knew that they were at the skate park. Yeah. So I went to the skate park. And I think I told Dimitri, who I was a huge fan of as well, something to the effect of, I don't care if you guys like me, it is just a fact, you are going to put me in Big Brother, because what I'm going to do for you is going to be so absolutely fucking gnarly that you have no choice but to put me in the magazine.
You didn't care early on if people liked you. You just wanted to perform.
I mean, I'm a sensitive guy. I always want to be liked, but it was just, this was business,
Right.
And I knew what my trick was going to be. I was going to hairspray all over my head so that I could light my hair on fire. I would have a mouthful of flammable liquid, douse my hand and my arm with flammable liquid so that my head would be the torch. Pro skateboarder blows a fireball off my head. I stick my arm into said fireball. Now my arm's on fire. And then with my head on fire, I do a fire-breathing backflip.
Now, on paper, that all sounds great, but that's not how it worked out.
It worked out so much better, to be clear.
I had people blow fireballs off my head, using my head as the torch. But never from the side, because I wanted to stick my left hand into the fireball coming off my head. I positioned the pro skateboarder to my side, and so when he blew it,
Chris Markovich, correct?
Yeah, Chris Markovich, and half of my face was exposed, and he blew it a little low, maybe not, and he'd never done it before. So he just blew this fireball point blank into my face. And
did you have a discussion with him before about what?
I think Steve was so excited.
It was just so now, when he blows this fireball into my face, shoulder up, my entire head, my whole face is engulfed in flames. Like a rational person would think, wow, my face is on fire. I should put it out. But
a rational person wouldn't have fucking done it in the first place.
Right. But with my face, I'm like, wow, my face on fire. My thinking is, I better hurry up and do this fire-breathing backflip quick so that I can then put out my face.
Yeah.
And so I do my fire-breathing backflip, but I came up short. So I landed on my knees, and now I'm it just took too much time. Yeah. And I'm flailing around through this. It's all happening at a backyard keg party. I'm flailing around. I can't get it out, and then I'd take my T-shirt off, which was what ultimately got the fire out. But when it was said and done, I remember I had all the skin from my face was in my hand, like
Yeah,
rolled
it
up
was-
like a joint.
There's
Yeah.
photos of it. Meat shot photos and video. Thank God there's video.
Yeah.
Because that actually made it in the Big Brother video. I
Oh.
think the same one. Is that the same one that you
That-
did self-defense or
You know
number
what?
two? One before it.
You weren't in shit. I think you were in number 2.
I wasn't in number 2 either. I was in Boob.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it was after.
And that footage was in the Duff's video, but the photos in the article, well, I got a little sidebar article called The Burning Boy Festival. And it was great because, like, just as I said, like, I'm going to be in Big Brother magazine.
Yeah.
And I was. And it was crazy because I had applied to Ringling Brothers and Barnum Billy Clown College. And, like, after burning my face off, I was in this position where there was, like, pus oozing out of it. And every morning I had to peel my pillow off of my face because it was oozing pus. I was told that I couldn't go in the sun for like 6 months. Like it was like a serious
Yeah,
burn.
And did you adhere to that?
No, but like what they said didn't apply to me because I fucking heal like Wolverine. I was like 2 weeks, I was fine. But like I'm peeling my face off my pillow, and I get the call. I've gotten into clown college.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, if I can't, like, how am I going to put grease paint as a clown onto these burns? But I just healed up right in time, and I went off.
How long from when time you burned your face to the time you entered clown college?
I would say less than a month, I think.
When did you get my number at the office?
Had to have been after I burned my face.
It's definitely after you burned your face off because I knew who you were. You started calling on a pretty regular basis.
Yeah. I was
and you would get through to me, no problem. And so we would talk.
You would rarely actually take my calls.
Yeah.
But I kept myself on your radar.
Yeah.
That's the thing about Jackass. It was very democratic. Like those who showed initiative, showed creativity, showed willingness to be gnarly. Like it was democratic. Anybody could get in.
Yeah. In the early days, that's what people don't really
The
realize.
nail that sticks up gets hammered back down.
But in the early days of it, there was no set cast. It was just
Not at all.
who's up for it and
Yeah.
who's gung ho and showing
Who's
a little
got
bit
footage?
Yeah.
The cast really identified itself, and so that being the case, I demonstrated persistence, tenacity.
Well, I remember.
willingness.
So, like in my timeline, it's somewhere between you burning your face off and then you start calling me. That I tell you, I'm bringing Clyde Singleton, and it was supposed to be Pontius, and we're going to do a Florida road trip.
That was the one time when you actually called me, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Because I had moved to Florida, and you were like, "Hey, we're coming to Florida, and we want to."
And you'd had you'd had photos in the magazines, like
Yep.
like.
I'd become a little bit of a regular.
Yeah.
Like whenever anything came through Albuquerque, at this point, I was like sort of organized for it.
Nice.
So you called me about coming to Florida.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to go so fucking hard this time. I'm going to do my first ever double front flip off of a bridge.
Yeah.
Which I knew I was going to come up short and just land spectacularly, terribly, and violently.
But we first went to, I guess it was you were living at your mom's house, and you did the whole
fire breathing backflip.
like all of his tricks, and
Yeah.
it was so much. Like he was just a
Yeah. I was there. Not there.
not there, but you've seen it. Like you were a lot back then, to the point where like when you did that.
So we went to the bridge. We went to
Flip?
go to the bridge. That was going to be my big trick. Double front. You were like, get this double front flip over with and fucking let's just like.
We tried to ditch you when you were in the water. We got in our cars and took off. But motherfucker, you were not going to let that go. You just got out of that water and in the car like, oh, we got to catch him. Like it just
Impossible to kill, impossible to ditch.
impossible to ditch, man. When he had that
right.
sense of this is my chance to get some footage.
Right, and my persistence paid off. Like
100%.
I was unditchable for like 5 days or something crazy like
You got
that.
the cover.
Yeah, over the course of those 5 days, I
What was
really
the cover?
It was him doing a ho-ho plant, which is like,
walking down the stairs on my hands with the skateboard jumping over.
Okay.
and then you're not going to believe this, but there was somebody blowing a fireball
I don't believe it.
off of his stripper girlfriend.
No, that was another one that I filmed on my own when I was putting together my part for the boob video. That was that was on my own time.
Wait, there was a fireball though, wasn't there?
There
on the
was a
cover?
fireball on the back cover of the boob video box.
Oh, but that wasn't the cover?
That was I called that the rump roast. There was no
rump
fireball.
roast. Oh, okay. So the rump roast. Yeah, that was just a photo in Big Brother. Or a photo on the Big Brother video cover.
Yeah. But in any case, it was, you know, I
just need to say, I'm so glad we didn't ditch you.
Well, thanks, man.
Like, it's been a long road.
The trajectory of, like, my growth over all of these now decades has been shockingly positive. You know, in the beginning, I was a necessary evil, like impossible to be around, impossible to tolerate. But the footage that I generated was just undeniable. So you had to put up with me.
Right.
And over the course of all of these years, like, I don't, how could you recognize me from what I was back then? It's wild.
Well, I remember, so when we were putting the pilot together, even putting the tape to do the pilot, I already pulled, I think, your face melting
nice
clip and maybe one of the gainers. I used to do backflips and front flips off of hotel 3-story hotels into their pools.
Yeah, like into like 3-4 feet
not
of water.
hotels, motels.
Yeah.
With shitty pools. Yeah, like it'd be like 3 feet of water and he's doing a fireball gainer and landing in like sketchy ass situations.
Yeah, sometimes he would land in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how it all began.
But about your growth, I sent you that same text today, kind of included myself in that, where we were and where we are.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And
I wasn't always the most easy to get along with either.
You were tough to keep around. Like I was the guy.
Fair.
I was the guy who wouldn't go away, and you were the guy who wouldn't stick around.
That's funny.
That's
like
absolutely the case, right?
We were like Brad Pitt and Edward Norton in Fight Club. You would walk in, I'd be walking out.
Yeah. So I get into clown college. I go to clown college. And that sort of, you know, for a couple of years there, I was working as a professional circus clown.
On ships or
on cruise ships. But I get fired from my cruise ship clown job. And
for what?
It was for being disrespectful of the other clowns. They
stepping on their horns,
squeezing their flowers, everything.
How were you being disrespectful?
You know, we were a troupe of 4 clowns. And I had my own sort of skill set. I was like, okay, I know what to do, like to entertain people and like working with these people. I didn't think they were like rad. I didn't think that
were they all graduates of clown college, or were some of them just
one was not.
Were they your age? Were they older?
One was older. 2 are about my age. And whatever, I wasn't into what they wanted to do, so I didn't really participate in what they were trying to do, and I was I was a dick. And they went to the cruise ship brass. They said, if Steve-O comes back for another contract, we all quit. And so that was their way of getting me out. But they didn't tell me that that's what was happening. And my boss clown called a special. He called it. He wasn't normally there. He called a meeting with me. He said, hey, look, I'm going to lose my job if anybody finds out that I'm telling you this. But your little troupe went behind your back and you're not coming back for another. They're not even going to tell you this. You're going to work out your contract and they're never going to say a word. He said, I don't want to get in trouble for telling you, but he told me these exact words. He says, you better call up your skateboard buddies and try and drum up some work because you're not coming back for another contract. And had he not done that, then I wouldn't have been planning, you know, what to do, because my first thing was call up Jeff. I say, Jeff, I've been working on cruise ships as a clown.
What did you make on a cruise ship?
$625 a week.
Ooh, that's pretty good money, man.
And
Wow, what year was that?
1999.
That's
And
pretty good.
it's
Like,
really-
how many shows
really
did
good.
you have to do a week?
I mean, we had different things that we did. We worked in the theater. We went around as characters. We taught passengers how to juggle. Like,
Did you get laid a lot?
a decent amount? I
Was
did.
it hard to get, or did you take a bunch of drugs on deck?
We went to port.
So you load up on port and then you
Yeah. There were people who would go on cruise ships just to
do drugs.
to
Have
go,
sex
You
with
throw
clowns.
their wives overboard.
well, no, to
Have sex with clowns.
get bulk purchases made of like different kinds of prescription pills in like Mexico and stuff.
Fuck, if I'd have known that then, I would have been taking cruises left and right.
Right. But in any case, I call up Jeff. I'm like, hey, Jeff, I've been working on cruise ships, and part of what I do is I walk on stilts on the deck. And whenever I'm on these stilts, I'm terrified that I'm going to fall over. It's just like creepy. And, I'm way up there on stilts. So, like, I just have to do it. I got to tip myself over on stilts. But I'm not just going to do that. What I want to do is have my stilt costume set on fire.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm 10 feet tall on stilts with my stilt costume on fire and a unicyclist riding through my flaming stilts while a skateboarder jumps off a roof over my head and through a fireball that I'm blowing out of my mouth. And then when those two dudes ride away, then I want to crack open a beer and pound it while I tip myself over and crash onto concrete. And then I need someone to put me out. And and Jeff was like, I like it. Let's do it,
For the better part of 3 decades, me and the boys have committed what you might call charitable crimes against the male anatomy, specifically your penis and balls. Nut shots, cup tests, you name it.
So now we're making amends. We're doing something positive for the gentleman in your pants.
Boing.
This episode is brought to you by Blue Chew.
Blue Chew has given over 5 million men confidence where it counts, and now they also target arousal where it starts, the brain.
Blue Chew just dropped something crazy. Blue Chew Gold.
What?
Blue Chew Gold gets your brain and your body on the same page.
Get you harder than a folding chair.
Other options just keep blood flow, but Gold combines 4 ingredients into one powerful tablet.
2 of those ingredients maximize blood flow, and the other 2 boost arousal and intimacy in the brain and in your pants.
Is it Portland cement or Portland steel?
That's Bethlehem Steel and Portland Cement.
Got it. Don't settle for half a solution. If you want a complete experience in the bedroom, go to bluechew.com.
Could be Pittsburgh Steel. Discover your options at BlueChew.com, and we've got a special deal for our listeners. Right now, when you buy 2 months of Blue Chew Gold, you get the 3rd for free with promo code Jackass. That's promo code Jackass. You will receive an additional 10% off. Free overnight shipping on your first order. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. We thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the pod and the bedroom.
It'll make you harder than Portland cement.
Yes.
This was where I think I earned my spot on Jackass because I flew myself all the way out to California.
Was this pre-pilot, or we shot this for the
Well, that-
pilot, or
This
what?
is right around the pilot.
Okay.
Yeah, and I didn't know that. I thought I was shooting for Big Brother. I was trying to get on the cover of Big Brother again, and I thought this was so big and visual that it would be epic. So I got to put together. I had to get my stilt. I had 3 stilt costumes, like put together by like some embroiderer. I bought the all my props, the flights out there. I found a fucking unicyclist on like AOL
Not a
Instant
great
Messenger.
unicyclist.
Yeah, I just put it all together, like all by myself. Flew out there, and that was the first day I met you.
Yeah.
So we all get together in San Diego County, and Jeff says, "All right, now that you made it this far, you came out here." He says, "Now I'll tell you, we're not just doing this for Big Brother. We're doing it for a pilot."
We're doing it for basic cable.
Not yet a pilot.
And you
Right.
guys didn't know what the pilot was going to look like.
Yeah.
You didn't know if it was going to be some kind of a talk show format with like Knoxville sitting at a desk and
Yeah.
throwing the clips, and they had like no idea what it was. So like they sat us down on these bales of hay, which were just randomly there, and like you did this kind of impromptu interview of me.
Oh yeah, but that was
Oh my God, it was
long
I
and
forgot
boring.
about that.
I mean, and it was just like, what's going on? I'm like, oh, well, at the time I was like recently fired from a cruise ship. I was unemployed. I was, I had no good news. And whatever it was. So we burned up all 3 stilt costumes. Like, I didn't get the
Did
cover.
you do it 3 times?
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
I remember that half-assed unicyclist kept falling before he could even start. Like he would just fall forward.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you're burning up. So
He
he's
hung
causing
in there.
you harm.
He hung in there for the one shot.
Yeah, he got in.
Which was a decent shot, not cover worthy, but it
Who was
made
the skater? Simon Eddy?
Simon Eddy,
Yeah.
yeah. And we burned up all 3 stilt costumes. We've got the footage. It might have made the pilot.
Did you pay for the XYZ shirt, or did they give that?
I did. I probably was wearing one. For
You
sure.
definitely
Yeah.
were wearing the XYZ shirt.
But what's crazy about that is that you guys are putting together this pilot. You have no idea what a release form is.
No.
You have no idea. Like,
Did you at the time?
no,
Yeah.
no. You guys had no idea what standards and practices was. Like, turns out that my stilt stunt with all the fire was never going to see the light of day because MTV was so touchy about fire.
Yeah.
I remember when I pitched the elephant poo idea, I said, Jeff, I'm going to light my whole body on fire. Like no fire suit or anything. I'm just going to smear like Vaseline and douse my whole body with rubbing alcohol, set myself on fire. And like while I'm on fire, I'm going to climb up a big ladder and do a backflip into a huge pool of elephant poo. And then I'll wiggle around in the poo to put out the flames.
What does the Vaseline do? Help the fire burn for longer?
No. It helps me not get burned quite,
It's like
It
that
still
gel they
doesn't
put
work
on
that-
you. Yeah.
doesn't work that great. But I think at this point you had found out that fire was bad, and you said, "I think there's too much going on there. We'll do it without the fire. The elephant poo's great."
I remember, do you remember going and picking him up at the circus? Like, it wasn't.
Oh
just
my
a
God, it was such a scary circus.
It was like a swap meet or a flea market.
It wasn't like a swap meet. It was like
a swap meet inside it was a circus inside a swap meet, right?
But with like elephants and shit. Like,
Yeah.
lions too, or
they had
just
3 elephants and a tiger.
they had a tiger.
And you were
And there was an
coked
amusement
out of your mind, right?
Oh
you were
my
doing
God.
blow right before. You were a terrifying clown on coke.
Yeah, I mean there were 10 shows. I think over the course of the weekend there was certainly 3 shows on Saturday.
What'd you get paid there?
$500 a week.
Right, and more shows.
The guy with the elephants did not like us. I remember
with
that.
the big butt in
Yeah,
the
the big butt.
bicycle pants and the big butt.
Yeah. Oh, I got fired like the fucking.
Because we came and shot with you, right? You
My
got
last show in the circus was the one that you guys filmed.
Sorry, Bob.
I was fired, and it sucked too because I told those guys that I was like, dudes, like MTV's gonna come and film me in the show. They're like, yeah, that's great. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna be on a fucking MTV show. Like the series had been ordered. I knew exactly the date that you guys were coming. They're like, oh yeah, that's great. And just exactly like I said was going to happen. On the day I said it would happen, you guys showed up, and the circus owner was just fucking livid. He's, what are these assholes doing here filming my elephants? I said, I told you, this is the crew that's coming to film me in the circus, and today's the day I said it would happen. He says, why are they filming my elephants? I said, dude, it's MTV. They're not going to, do anything without permission, they're not going to show anything that...
Absolutely. Us? Absolutely.
Well, at that point, we knew what premises permits were.
Did we?
Yeah. Because at that point,
Oh,
but in
man.
any case, they're like, we don't have it in the budget to keep you around. Fucking.
I felt so bad that you just got fired from the fucking ship, working on a ship. Then you get fired. We get you fired from the circus, and Jonas Ackerlund, the director, was putting together a circus of his own around that same time. And I'm like, Jonas, I'm doing this show. It's not going to get on the air, probably. And one of our guys, Steve-O, just lost 2 jobs. And can you hire him for your circus? And he was like, he was going to hire you for his circus, but it never panned out, and we did.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Your life almost took a great turn.
I mean, there's a strong chance that were it not for Jackass, that I would be in clown makeup right this fucking minute.
On that ship.
I mean, one way or another. I mean, that was before a clown. Before I was a clown, I was a drug dealer. So like, I don't know. I wouldn't be alive. I wouldn't be alive. But yeah, that was.
It's weird. Like one of the more dangerous vocations you can enter, you credit with saving your life.
Yeah, for sure. So then and there was in between me being fired from the circus and you guys showing up and filming in the circus, there was 5 days of filming. I was very clear. I said they're gonna come film me in the circus and then I'm gonna leave for 5 days, but I'll only be gone for 5 days. I'll come back. Over the course of those 5 days, like I get bitten by a shark. We staple my butt cheeks, like
Swallow
the elephant
goldfish.
poo.
The goldfish was great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a great early bit.
That one was so we went and you had that idea. You pitched that idea. That wasn't pre-pitched to us. I think you pitched it.
I had that one. And I had been sitting on the goldfish idea for a solid year and a half.
Wow, yeah, because you pitched that and we're like, oh shit, let's go get a goldfish and let's do this.
Well, the plan for the goldfish was I wanted to prepare by drinking so much water that puking would be super easy.
Right.
I figured that I was going to create a safe environment for the goldfish in my stomach. I was going to swallow it, chug a bunch of water, and then have it come out and be really quick. And I planned to prepare, but as we left the circus, you're in my car breaks down, and I'm like, oh my God, we're pushing my car over to the side of the road. I'm like, dude, here's this opportunity. They're going to ditch me here with my broken down car. Like, oh my God,
I just got fired from the circus.
I had a chance we could have ditched him. His car didn't work.
I know, but we pushed my car over to the side of the road, and Jeff's like, all right, go get a goldfish. Here's a barbershop. I'm getting a mullet. And I'm like, oh, but I'm not ready. I gotta fuck ready, And because it happened in this spontaneous moment, that was the best thing about it because I didn't have time to prepare and I didn't have a stomach full of water. It wasn't easy for me to puke, and so it took a full 2 minutes for me to.
Yeah. Had that been today, you'd have shoved that goldfish right up your butt and shot it out like a ping pong ball.
I'll never forget, the goldfish was the first thing I filmed, after deliberately, the first bit I filmed. And I was too nervous to introduce myself to the camera. So the intro was you. You said, I'm Johnny Knoxville. This is Steve-O.
This is my mute friend, Steve-O. In about 6 months, he'll be talking real good on camera, but not right now.
That's what it was. I had Pontius, I had you, I had Wee Man, but none of you guys could talk.
That's crazy that Pontius
couldn't talk to camera.
Talk.
Yeah, Pontius never even really tried.
Yeah.
Right. And then after the goldfish comes out, I remember you said to me, well, Steve-O, if you weren't already famous, I'd say you're gonna be now.
Wow.
You just knew that something about that goldfish bit was.
Yeah, it was.
We knew that was
one.
a good bit. I didn't know that you'd be famous from it. Honestly, because that was
changed my
us
life.
out filming.
One of the
before
early
we aired.
things, right?
Yes.
Was that the first thing?
It was
We hadn't been on air yet. We were still filming, gathering shit, and
that was the closing scene of episode number 2.
Right.
And when that aired, my life was instantly black and white fucking different.
Wow.
The way that the goldfish trick changed my life overnight was so stark.
Where were you living?
I was living in South Florida.
I remember, because we were, I think, filming for the next season 2, which was another 8 episodes.
We filmed just for season 1 in the 5 days.
Yeah.
Which was in August of year 2000.
Right.
That started airing in October of 2000. And I remember Trip Taylor called me up, right after the 3rd episode aired, so 2 weeks into the run. He said, the show's a hit. Like, it was like the highest ratings MTV had ever had for that kind of a format, half-hour show. He says MTV's ordering 16 more episodes. The first season was 8 episodes, so 2 and 3 got ordered in one go.
Right.
On the heels of the third episode, he says, "We know we got to pay you. We're going to give you $2,000 per episode." Wow. And I'm like, 2,000 times 16 episodes.
Divided by 4 8 balls.
I'm like, that's $32,000. I'm fucking rich. Like, Knoxville was like, still like, oh, this is only basic cable. It's not that thing. And to me, like, this is so much bigger than a skateboard video.
Right.
You know, like, but yeah, so we started shooting the second season. I did in November of year 2000.
But the shows were still airing when the first season was still airing.
The first season was still
airing. Because I remember we were at a bar with you, and we had just probably, I don't know what we shot that day, but we were at a bar, and on season 1, I remember we'd go to bars, and we called her the Daytona Rat, this girl that hung around with you. And then we went and watched an episode air. We went to a bar and watched, I don't know, episode 3 or 4.
I don't know. That's not how I remember it. What I remember is...
it was the one with elephant shit. It was the episode that you jumped in the elephant shit. Here's what my memory tells me.
You probably watched it with someone, but not me, because I remember that episode.
No, I remember you jumping off that ladder, landing in that maggot-filled elephant shit, and then turning and kissing the prettiest girl at the bar. I'm like, what the fuck? Because that's one of the situations I'm like, man, basic cable is powerful.
Right. I mean, the media wasn't so fragmented back then.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but that was a big step up from the Daytona Rat.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever met her.
But now, like, while we were filming for season 2, season 1 was still airing. The Christmas episode was the 8th episode of the first season. And it was about to premiere as we were driving through Florida.
We were driving to Orlando from
And we're like, we've got to, and so we want to watch it, like, air on TV, the premiere. And, like, we're just happen to be driving by a trailer park. Yeah. And we're like, pull into this trailer park and let's go knock on trailers and ask the people.
Well, because the show was about to air. We waited too long. And so we just pulled off the highway, and that's where the trailer park was.
So we just drive into a trailer park, and I think it was the first one we bang on. It's like banging on the trailer door, like, hey, we're about to be on MTV with a TV show. Can we come in and watch it with you? And this couple didn't recognize us. They didn't have any clue, and they were like, yeah, come on in. So, and they were like pretty gnarly people. The guy says...
We found out later how gnarly.
Yeah.
The guy says, my lady does tattoos. Any of y'all want a tattoo? And I'm like, let me get the Satan fish.
Show it.
I remember...
No, it's up here, isn't it? Oh, no, yeah.
Is it? Do I have the wrong arm?
I thought you had... I think it's over there.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jeff filled a lot. He did a lot of work on that.
This lady started, and it's her hands shake. She's shaking all over the place. These lines are so gnarly, and I'm like, Jeff, please make a save. And
I'm not trying to be defamatory, but there might have been some illicit drugs in her system.
Oh yeah, they were higher than Magic Johnson's.
She was like going like that. So I got my opportunity.
And then the
give
next
Steve-O
day,
a tattoo.
Yeah, the next day we did the wakeboarding where I bounced off the ramp, and
that was awesome.
That was when I found out how much Knoxville loves cold water.
Fucking hate it. I fucking hate cold weather, cold water.
You also get to show your boarding skills and your balance. Like,
yeah, I'm pretty coordinated.
And by the end of that, so there was like another 5 days, and by the end of that, like there was literally not a hair on my body.
Oh my God. That's right. That's when we met the girls that did the butt piercing.
No, that was later.
Oh, really?
That was in January.
Was that in Miami?
Where was
because when we did the waxing in the salon, It was just me and Knoxville. We filmed
And
with
me.
Manny.
I was there.
Was that in
and you.
Orlando?
Me and Knoxville.
That was in Orlando.
Yeah.
We started in Miami. We filmed with Manny, like the worm
Yeah,
bit,
that's the first thing.
alligator and the alligator unicycle in the Everglades. And then we worked our way up to Orlando and did the waxing, the Olympic stilt diving. That was November of year 2000. Then January of 2001, which is crazy because the cast had never all been in one place until January of 2000. We were all famous.
And that's kind of when we finally had a bit of a cast. That's when we landed on the 8 guys or whatever, 9 guys.
Yep.
And there's kind of an East Coast, West Coast vibe to it.
A little bit.
You know,
Bam and his crew were definitely sort of different.
We weren't like one.
It was like the
yet.
Big Brother
we were
guys.
kind of like it was.
Right.
It was the Big Brother guys and then the CKY guys.
I think that it's probably appropriate right now to give CKY the credit that it deserves for, like, because in every sort of, telling of how Jackass started. Of course, it starts with Knoxville. Like the show gets picked up because you guys with Spike Jones going to. That's how it happened, and you joined forces with CKY. But there's always people bristling that the CKY history gets glossed over. And
I mean, I always tell it because remember
it was a joining of forces.
I called
Bam. Absolutely.
The Big Brother and CKY joined forces.
Yeah, like the Big Brother videos and Bam's CKY videos.
For sure.
Kind of leaning heavily into comedy more so than the best skateboarding. Like it was more about
for sure.
Maybe gets glossed over because Jeff and I were running it, and like it was kind of turned it into our thing, but it was definitely us coming together.
Yeah.
Well, right. I mean, you call up Bam and you say, "Hey, we've got this show on MTV. We want you to be a part of it."
Yeah.
Like,
he was
what do you
all
think?
in.
Yeah. And he brought Dunn and and Break a little.
And like it was cool because he would just film shit all the time and just send me shit. Like
edited, already edited.
Yeah, edited and.
It's so crazy too that when the show, like the VMAs back then, Video Music Awards were such a big deal. And it was year 2000, the VMAs. This was the one where Eminem came in with like 100 lookalikes. It was like you didn't get bigger than the VMAs on MTV. And like during that one with Eminem and all the like cut to commercial break, and there's this promo, and all it is just Bam riding a bike into a porta potty. That's it. And it's like Jackass premiere, and it was just like, what? It was the strongest promo, and like that reached so many fucking people. And then when the show actually plays, MTV was notorious for just like rerunning their shit constantly, all the time. So the show plays on Sunday night for the first time. Then the next day, it comes on at 5 p.m. Like
we couldn't show some of the same things at 5 as we did.
We had 2 different. So we would put out the before 10 p.m. and the after 10 p.m. versions. And it was just different blurring. We had to blur a lot more.
It's crazy that like there was like Jackass playing into TRL, and then lo and behold, in such a short order, like kids are just showing up in hospitals all over the world.
Yeah, maybe.
And I mean, that's the how I always explain the way that the movie came about, because there was so much pressure. Like the corporate.
Well, it's the one kid. It was the kid in Connecticut who lit himself on fire.
And then there was another kid that fell out of a truck.
Actually wrote me and said the news had manipulated them into saying certain things.
Right, but whatever. They were playing Jackass.
Yeah.
Lit himself on fire and Senator.
That's not what happened.
That's not what happened.
They just had burned themselves, and then the news show that gets to the news, and then the news kind of puts that in their mouth. It wasn't even had anything to do with Jackass.
Yeah, one way or another. I don't think that there were like material, like examples of like egregious things that we were blamed for. It was more of a general sense that the corporate executives at MTV were like the lawyers were just so fearful of the liability that
they were taking fire from the Senator Lieberman. This is what kind of started it all. Like he came down hard on MTV, and then they came down hard on us.
Right.
And their solution to let the show go on was to put an OSHA representative on the show. Do you remember? Do you know
Right.
this? Like,
I remember like that all of a sudden, because we would have to get permission to, we would submit what's called treatments. It's like, hey, we
Right.
want to film, like, this is our idea for the bit. And we would get our treatments approved. So now when we go and film the bit, we're allowed to. And then once we film the bit and then, we put together the episode, then the episode goes to standards and practices. And like what started happening was approved bits filmed the way that they were intended to be filmed would get to standards and practices, and then they would come back and say, oh no, we can't put that on TV. And it's like, wait a second, you said we could fucking do that.
Right.
And now you're saying we can't show it.
the big one was the Vomlet. This is what I remember
Yeah.
being the one that Dave England ate.
Yeah.
You were there.
Yeah, I was there.
Ate all the ingredients. This was a spontaneous idea. He wanted to make an omelet. And so he gave me the idea. And then we just went straight to the grocery store, got him the ingredients, canceled whatever we were going to shoot that day. And
Well, I think that was a case where it was raining, I think. We were raining.
really?
We were supposed to do some shit with Manny, and it was raining, so we were locked up in a hotel room. And Dave England's like, let me eat all the ingredients of an omelet. I'll barf it into a frying pan and then cook it and feed it to somebody.
Yeah.
Like, genius. God, Dave England's good.
And so we did that. And then it was hilarious. And then when we sent it to standard and practice or whatever, the note came back is like, did you cook it 180 degrees? I'm like,
Yeah.
well, we cooked it till it was a cooked omelet.
Right.
It became unfun.
Became unfun. Yeah, and they started putting a lot of extra rules when they, like earlier, we were allowed to just do whatever we
Well,
wanted.
right. I mean, I remember them coming back, and all of a sudden they're saying that, like, I can't barf on MTV anymore. Like,
Right.
They were like,
No way, dude.
Yeah,
You can't barf. Then fuck you. I'm out.
But it was so like it was so crazy because like there wasn't a show that had a smaller budget, right? Like Jackass
Yeah.
was made for literally fucking
I
nothing,
know.
and it had the highest ratings in their history. So that means Jackass was the biggest profit margin that they had ever enjoyed, but it was also the most liability they had ever been exposed to. So it's like one thing's got to give, and they'd think they're going to water us down by cracking down on what we're allowed to show.
Yeah, no one knew the right way to handle it, I guess.
Knoxville did.
I had a pretty good idea.
Knoxville did, because he's like, oh, Knoxville says, I'm not doing a watered down version of Jackass.
Yeah.
I will not be fucking censored. We're only doing Jackass the way I want to do it, and you guys are trying to fucking water it down. I quit.
Yeah.
And I think that you had it in your mind that like this was the way to get a movie deal, because what you want.
No, that's not true. I quit just because I didn't want to do the show that way anymore. I had no fucking plan.
Yeah.
You lashing out with like, oh, we can't do this and that. Or like, all right, bring in the fake blood, and
Right.
like
It was so I just quit, and then Jeff, we went back and forth with MTV because they were pissed. I don't know why that they were surprised, but they were surprised, and back and forth, lawyers, and finally, doing a movie came up,
right.
and Jeff and Spike came to me and said,
that
"Hey,
wasn't-
what?"
That was an MTV pitch. That was David Gale had pitched me somewhere in the middle.
Whoever
Yeah.
the idea of a movie came up, and Jeff and Spike pitched it
Well-
to me. You guys want to do a movie? I'm like, who will play us? I'm such a dummy. I wasn't even thinking.
It's so genius because with the R rating, that quells the liability concerns.
Right.
Not
And-
all the concerns, but a lot of them.
Yeah, not all of them.
Yeah.
It was still hard for us to get that R rating.
Yeah.
Usually they will start out with an X.
Well, even on our current film, we
NC-17.
we do not have an R rating at the moment. So,
Yeah, but we'll get it.
I mean, it's close. And man, like the new movie, dude, I saw it last night. I'm just so overwhelmed with emotion and gratitude. It's just such a beautiful representation of the decades of it, like it's just the way that it's presented is so beautiful, and to see us so young and to see all the history, like it's just indicative that what we were doing didn't just work, but that it worked well, that it was right. You know, it aged well, like it endures, it stands the test of time, and to have been a part of it is just something I'm so grateful for.
That's awesome. Same.
Well, I sure hope the New York City Times feels the same way you do, Steve-O.
I mean, I don't know, like how.
This was a hard movie to make, to be honest. Like, just to figure out what goes in, half new footage and half.
To be clear, the movie's already out by the time this comes on.
I understand. But we're talking now as we're making it. And it's been a really hard one to crack. Like, how do you put the old stuff in with the new? And we have so much stuff. Like originally we put too much stuff in it. When I'd watch it with an audience, I'd just see them just get over fatigued, like overwhelmed and fatigued. There's just, I've learned a Jackass movie has to be really 90 minutes. If you go over 90 minutes, every minute over is a minute too long.
Apparently, there's only so much butthole you can take. We didn't know that.
Well, I think it's been pretty masterful over the years. Like, you know, there's different lanes. There's like, you know, dangerous, gnarly. There's like silly, painful. There's like gross and stupid. There's like, you know, just plain like funny, like prank kind of a thing. Yeah. And you can't stay in one lane too long. You know, like you can't be too gross too early. Like there's just such a formula for how to do it. And
although we kind of come out swinging this one with the rectal robot.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're like, fuck the gross too early. Here you go.
Well, there's something so funny to it because like you were so like you were the guy picked to do the car up your ass in the first movie. Yeah. And I think you even, in my mind, you agreed to do it originally.
It was understood.
It was understood you were going to do it.
Until I discussed it with my dad.
I remember like I was heartbroken. I talked to you and you're like, I just can't do it, man. I'm like, holy shit.
Because there goes the bit, because who else is going to do it?
Well,
I'm not doing that.
We walked in to the production office. We were having a production meeting, and I broke the news to everybody at the big conference table. Like, and Dunn was there for some reason. And I'm like, you guys, Steve-O just called me. He said he can't do the car up the ass bit. And like, everyone's like, oh no, what? Like we were all just hanging our hearts on that.
Yeah.
And then Dunn's yelling at me. He's like, no, that has to get done. Someone has to do it. I'm like, Ryan, you're absolutely right. Someone does have to do it, Ryan. And I'm glad you care so much. Because here's the deal, asshole.
He just talked himself right into it.
He's fine. Like, he really did not want to do it.
No, nobody wanted to do it.
Until recently.
Yeah.
And then we found this little piece of video of you just mad. Like,
yeah.
They just assume I'm going to shove shit up my ass. Like, oh, now I'm the guy who's got to shove shit up my ass. Well, maybe I'm not going to do it. Maybe someone else needs to shove shit up their ass. Hard cut. Done. Just legs up.
Man, I'm dying to know, like, just how much unbelievable stuff was unearthed.
Man, there's a lot.
I can't. I'm never gonna let it go. How badly I want Butt Chug 1.
Oh my God!
To see the light.
Oh, that was a fucking mess. You were all gooped up on GOP, right? It was in the parking lot, and
yeah.
Oh man!
And you started shooting it out of your ass into your face and into your mouth. And,
dude,
right? Am I misremembering?
Yeah, no, he was sitting out in the parking lot. We had that valet guy. This is the movie, the original Jackass the movie office, where that movie isn't that gnarly. Like Jackass 1 is pretty tame by our standards. But I remember Steve-O wanted to do this thing called the butt chug. So
no. I wanted to do I had a trick where I would drink drinks through my nose. I said, if you make me a beer bong where the hose forks into two thinner hoses, I'll put one in each nostril, and I think I can beer bong an entire beer through my nose. It'll be the nostril beer bong. So they make me the prop. We all get together at the office. And the movie's sponsored by Miller High Life, so I pour Miller High Life in the beer bong. I put the hoses in my nostrils, put it up, and I'm like, and I blew myself away. Like I literally pounded an entire beer through my nose in such a short time. But like everybody's standing around watching this happen. Nobody laughed.
Right.
And then Knoxville says, "That sucked. Stick it up your ass."
I didn't put it any softer than that.
That's how the sausage is made, people.
He says, "That sucked." He says, "That sucked. Stick it up your ass." And I go, "We already established I don't put shit up my ass. Plus, it probably wouldn't even work."
That's where the science is. You tapped into your love of science.
As soon as I said that, I knew I fucked myself. Because now, obviously, we have to find out if it'll work. So the fucking hose, the two thin hoses get chopped off the end. This fucking girthy-ass beer bong hose is going one place, right up my ass.
But like, why did we not just do it inside? We take you out to the parking lot. The valet dude, it was really cool.
Well, we didn't want. I don't know why we did it.
But it's a public street.
Yeah, because it was going in his nose at first, right?
Yeah, and then he's out on this corner of the street, laying on his back with his heels up over his head.
Yeah.
Butt sticking up, and you are ramming the hose into his ass. And
yeah.
We're all pouring beers in.
And it's working just fine, but like all this shit's coming out of my ass into the tube. So like the beer in the hose is just getting all murky and disgusting. And it's just like kind of too much. And then the hose comes out and I start like farting beer and I kind of like get a little control over it. So then I start giggling. I hike my legs way up over my head and I just start shitting beer into my own mouth.
Oh.
And like that, I would say.
But it was like pee.
I can't believe that didn't air.
Yeah, it was like pretty incredible.
It was fascinating.
Yeah, no, it was a talent.
Like, wow, that is fascinating.
Yeah.
And I would say that landed on the cutting room floor if it ever even got cut to begin with.
I think there's a cut.
There's
There's a cut. I don't know where that is, but there's a cut.
Oh my God, I would love so much for that.
Yeah.
To see the
we
light
should
of
look for
day.
that because that's funny.
Yeah.
Just the fact that it started as the nostril beer bong is to me just pure
Well,
magic.
a lot of our ideas start over here, and then we run around the barn and then get over there. Well, I think the butt chug's a good place to wrap up the show, and maybe let's sit and talk for another one.
Oh, the fucking butt chug.
Yeah, dude.
Yep. We'll move on to part deux.
Part deux. Next time on Jackass the Podcast.
But then when you pitch the poo-poo platter and you're like, I'm going to poop. I'm like, where are we going to get the poop? And you're like, I'll poop. And I'm like,
I know. That footage has never been shown, but I think enough time has gone by and maybe we could maybe put that in the credits of Big Brother or
You
Big
pooping?
Brother. What the fuck? We're filming Jackass now. I'm pitching ideas for the Big Brother video. Am I a little punchy or what?
Oh, God. Wait, is there footage
You think
of you?
Flynn will let us do that?
That was a HeadGum podcast.